Before we start, comment your best Darth Maul joke down below.
Roger, roger.
It's unfair.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey guys, how are you all doing today? So in the Phantom Menace, we all know Maul was on his game during the final duel. He was killing it, and he killed Qui-Gon and then went on to defeat Obi-Wan. I say defeat because, he initially did, as he stood over him, toying with him, playing with the sparks, basking in his glory of defeating two Jedi at the same time. This was what Maul was training for his entire life with Palpatine, and he was staying in the shadows until he could be revealed, and that was this moment. However, it was his arrogance that led to his defeat, for if he did not, he'd have won. Today's story comes from the Darth Plagueis novel, and it takes place just after Maul toys with a slightly Force-sensitive leader of the Black Sun named Garen. He toyed with him so much that it left him with a cut to the hand, in which he obviously killed him after and reported to Sidious. Here's the scene of what Palpatine had to say to him and the lesson herein.
The moment you allowed yourself to become distracted, the Black Sun leader cut open your hand.
Maul remained silent.
I hoped you thanked him before you killed him.
Sidious went on.
Because he taught you a valuable lesson. When you face someone strong in the Force, you must remain focused, even when you're convinced that your opponent is incapacitated. Then is not the time to bask in the glory of your victory or draw out the moment. You must deliver a killing strike and be done with it. Reserve your self-praise for after the fact, or you will suffer more than a hand wound.
The silence attenuated.
I want you to leave Coruscant for the time being.
Maul looked up in alarm.
Take the infiltrator and your combat droids and return to your former home. There, train and meditate until I recall you.
My lord, I beg you. Sidious held up his hands.
Enough. You executed the mission well, and I am pleased. Now, learn from your mistake.
Maul rose slowly, bowed his head once, and headed for the hangar. Watching him leave, Sidious examined the nature of his unease. Might he, in a similar situation, have given in to an urge to gloat and reveal his true identity? Had Plagueis done so before killing Varuna? Had he felt compelled to come out from behind his mask, to be honest? Or was Maul's revelation to Garen nothing more than a symptom of the dark side's growing impatience and its demand for full disclosure? So the main point of this video is to showcase that Palpatine knew, whether through his Force clairvoyance or just being his teacher in general, that if Maul continues to gloat over his beaten enemies, he will suffer more than just a hand wound, which is exactly what happened to him at the end. He gloated, he made some sparks, and let Obi-Wan harness his focus and powers to leap over Maul and surprise him. He froze, he didn't expect it, and he suffered his fate. If he had just thrown his lightsaber directly at Obi-Wan's head down the pit, learning from his master and what he had to teach him, then it would all be over. Maul would probably have taken Anakin, or Palpatine would have trained Anakin from the start. It'd have been pretty cool. Different, but cool. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think of Palpatine's foreshadowing. Have an awesome day, and I will see you all in the next episode of Star Wars Theory. Until then, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
The Force will be with you always.